Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Health Matters with Laura Kopek. I'm your host, Laura Kopek, and today we're going to talk about my five favorite nutritional supplements. These are my five favorites. I think most people could benefit from them. So let's get started. Vitamin D3. This is magic for our immune system, but the hidden benefit of vitamin D is that it is also a dopamine precursor. So it's important for our mood as well, our brain function. Dopamine is something that helps us feel alive and excited and motivated and can help kind of clear away some brain fog. So when the winter is coming and we're getting less sunny days, remember your vitamin D. It's really important that you take vitamin D3 as a supplement because most multivitamins don't have enough in them. And we don't get enough anymore by just being out in the sun. Vitamin D is a soldier against viruses, bacteria. So, just really important that you think about your vitamin D even more than you think about vitamin C. All right, number two on my list is glutathione. Reduced L-glutathione is one of the many ways that we sell glutathione. Glutathione is the champion, the major detoxifier, the big guns antioxidant. You cannot do more for your immune system than with glutathione. Most people, when they do functional testing in my office, show a significant glutathione deficiency. I think because this is the heavy guns and it does a lot for us. It can help remove things like smoke and herbicides and pesticides, and it's doing all kinds of things for us, mold. And so we're really depleted often because we live in such a toxic world. So glutathione is a really important supplement. And it's really good for aging and the anti-aging process. And, we're really fixated on aging gracefully, I would say, rather than just stopping the aging process. So glutathione is something to really think about in terms of your overall um, process as you're getting healthy, as you're thinking about your health. We make less glutathione as we age. We can find it in things like apples and cabbage and walnuts, and apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? There were 85 studies that prove that statement to be true. But we just can't eat enough apples in a day. While those whole clean foods are really important, we have to think about getting these nutrients somewhere else. And that can be from good quality supplements. And glutathione is often not absorbed in the body if you're not doing a high quality supplement in a reduced L-glutathione or a liposomal or something of that nature. So glutathione is really important. One of my favorite reasons why glutathione is also so important is that in autoimmune, sometimes things that are being taken to help our immune system are actually hurting people that have autoimmune. So we want to make sure that you're doing the right thing for your body. And in autoimmune, basically, your immune system is dysregulated. So there's not a smooth path in which your immune system functions. So you don't want to overstimulate the side that's already overactive. You don't want to suppress the side that's not performing well. And glutathione is something that does not need to be just on one side of the immune system or another. It's a superpower. It's a superhero for our immune system. It'll go after viruses, bacteria, you name it. And so it's one of my all-time favorites. All right, let's talk about another one that I love, and that is liquid fulvic minerals. That's kind of what it's known for, or known as, is fulvic minerals. But that crushed volcanic rock, fulvic rock, um, contains, it's like a superfood. It contains everything, vitamins, minerals, amino acids. I mean, you just can't go wrong. And It helps soothe and rehabilitate unhealthy guts. It also is ion charged and acts as a magnet for our other supplements. So, functional testing that I do before and after, significantly different if fulvic minerals have been added. And this is in a liquid form where it's already diluted by water and then is further diluted when you add it to water. Super important thing to do. All of these trace minerals, even if you take a trace mineral supplement that may only have a few, this has the whole gamut because most trace minerals aren't complete enough. But like I said, this is almost like a superfood. Our drinking water should have carried some of these trace minerals, so it's really important to find sources that have them, and this kind of has it all. It's a one-stop shop. Some companies label this in a way where they can charge a lot of money. We carry Morning Star minerals. I really appreciate that they are so cost friendly. So a great supplement to have. All right, my next favorite is taurine. Taurine is kind of magical. It really helps control stress and reduce high cortisol. If someone is having a certain type of adrenal fatigue where their cortisol is super high, taurine is a great way to do that. It's really helpful for anxiety, really helpful for high blood pressure. So if that's something you're seeing starting to climb up and you're trying to be really proactive and maybe not step into medication, make sure if you're adding any supplement, you're clearing it with your provider so you're knowing if there's contraindications to medication. Um, but taurine's a great one because it sometimes elevated pressure can be related to stress. So it's kind of like it does this um, crossover. Uh, Taurine is great for muscle mass. So those that are really athletic and working hard and need that kind of like rest and recovery, taurine's great for that. And DNA and stem cells. So taurine also does a lot of great things for our DNA. It does a lot of great things for stem cells, does a lot of great things for mitochondria, which is that cellular energy, if you will. And we live in a world where we're prone to inflammation, and how do we navigate that? And it's really important if you're going to do nutritional supplements that you're paying attention to your diet because there's this idea that if we can take supplements, we don't have to watch our diet anymore. But if we compromise our digestive system with an unhealthy diet, then really what we've done is we've compromised the absorption of our supplements. So there's a balance between the two, making sure that we're eating healthy and then taking good quality supplements because the brands do matter. I always say that if you're stuck with being able to only do a few, or if your budget means that you necessarily can't do quality, invest in quality supplements and take them less frequently as opposed to buying really poor supplements and then taking them on a regular basis. Some of those poor supplements, those brands, they're not even absorbed. And so that's almost too expensive because it's wasted money. All right, I'm going to talk about another powerhouse, my fifth one on my list. It is magnesium. Magnesium participates in over 300 different systems in the body. And I'm pretty partial to a particular brand, so I'm going to give a shout out to Global Healing Center, their Oxy powder. It is a high dosed oxygenated magnesium. And so most magnesium capsules, you'll find that they're about 100 milligrams. Might tell you to take two on the dosage, and that's 200 milligrams. Uh, Oxy powder is almost 400 milligrams per capsule. A lot of people need between 400 and 800 milligrams. If you were doing that in a 100 milligram capsule, that could mean 6 capsules. That can seem kind of daunting. A lot of people may feel that magnesium is not working because they may be taking too low a dose, or it's too much and they need to find that that sweet spot, that balance. But something like oxy powder, where you can take it in a convenient form of one capsule or two if you need it, makes taking supplements a lot easier. And so it's not only just about the quality, it is about understanding that price point in milligrams. So a lot of people look at their supplements and they go, oh, well, this only costs me $10 a bottle. But if it's 100 milligrams per capsule and 30 in there, and you do the math between something that contains 120 capsules and has 400 milligrams per capsule, maybe that product costs about $50 versus the 30. But the reality is that that's half of what the other one costs if you do the math on the milligrams and the capsules. So make sure when you're buying supplements, you know what you're doing in terms of the quality, the brand, and the price per milligram per capsule so you can make really good financial decisions because nutritional supplements can be really expensive, but the quality matters. And making those decisions to be really good supplements that are good brands at good pricing is really important. All right, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the supplements that kind of frustrate me a little bit because they have a lot more popularity than they should, and people are misusing them. So let's talk about a few of those. One is zinc. I'm sure you've heard me talk about zinc before. I do functional testing. I see a lot of people's zinc levels too high. And when you take zinc in a high dose for an extended period of time, first thing you might do is stimulate your appetite. Yes, heavy doses of zinc are an appetite stimulant. And so, for those of us that are trying to watch our metabolism, taking high doses of zinc for our immune system may actually be counterproductive to our waistline. So, that's something to think about. Plus, also, zinc is only going to address bacteria. It is great for a bacterial infection. If you have upper respiratory, that's bacterial, sinus infection, bacterial, take extra zinc. But as far as a high dose daily preventative for COVID, which is a virus, you're not going to see the efficacy that you hope for. And in fact, you may lower your copper because zinc and copper work together. And copper really helps fight viruses. So you can't take something for bacteria thinking it's preventing a virus and suppressing your virus production of copper. Again, well-rounded, doing a trace mineral like fulvic minerals is going to be a much better way to get usable forms of these nutrients. So be careful on that. Vitamin C is another one that people just take a ton of vitamin C. Vitamin C can stimulate cortisol. If someone is in adrenal fatigue with high cortisol, they may not want to take extra vitamin C. It has its place. It's important. Add it to your medicine cabinet when you're sick. But glutathione is the general to vitamin C is the lieutenant. So you're going to get more punch, if you will, from that glutathione. And again, your D is the most important thing. Can't take vitamin C if our vitamin D levels are too low and think we're doing enough for our immune system. Okay, now I want to talk about some things like elderberry, echinacea, things that we do, curcumin, herbs that we do to create good prevention. Now, if you're using an herb for prevention, and your body over time will adapt and see it as food. And so then it can't be your go-to when you're sick. If you're using it as prevention, again, your body will adapt to it. It will lose some of its therapeutic potency. And so when you're sick, it may not be the thing that you want to increase. You may need to look to other things to fortify your immune system. Also, again, autoimmune. If you are suffering from autoimmune, you have to be really careful about stimulating the immune system, thinking that you're helping it. Autoimmune means a dysregulated immune system. And that diagnosis doesn't mean that that's just compartmentalized around your thyroid or your pancreas or your small intestine, depending on where the diagnosis is. It means you have to pay attention to how your immune system performs and if there's things you should be doing to help that kind of be more balanced. All right, well, that's all for today. Um, Stay healthy out there. Remember that all my information, all my sessions, all my podcasts, my videos are for informational purposes only, and entertainment and education and knowledge and all that good stuff. So, hope that you seek me out if you want some good functional testing and some good recommendations on supplements. Remember to consult with your healthcare provider about supplements, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you.